Hello and welcome back. The MEWC UK chapter has put out another case file called the Many Maps of Merlin. I will have a link to this file on the description of this video, but before I do, I just want to show you what this file is all about. Actually, this case file is actually two cases here. We have a case 1 and a case 2. And my understanding is that the case 1 covers the fundamentals of looking things up on a map, whereas case 2 will talk about some of the more advanced, some of the more complicated aspects. And so for this video, I'm only going to focus on case 1 for now. In a later video, perhaps next week maybe, or sometime coming up, I will put up another video showing case 2. But before we get into this case, let me go ahead and read the instructions here. The wise wizard Merlin, defender of the kingdom of Camelot, friend to Arthur Pendragon, magnificent mage of mystery, has sensed a terrible dark presence. She lurks across the land and must be found. He has gathered his scrolls and maps to hunt down this scourge, so he might send her back to whatever dark dimension whence she came. Ooh, nice little story to go in here. So let's see here. These cases have been designed to get you used to some of the ways in which map cases are presented and the kinds of challenges they pose. Map-based problems tend to be among the hardest challenges found in the Excel World Championship and its local chapters. By the way, there is a warning here. Some of the icons used in this case may appear as missing characters. This should not change your ability to solve the case. I don't know if I have those missing characters. But let me just show you what we've got here. So we have the Skull of Protection here. We have Merlin's Quarters. Looks like a bit of a dungeon map kind of going on there. We have East Camelot. A nice little outdoor kind of map. The Battle for Camelot. Oh, interesting. Beware the Dark One. All right, so it looks like a kind of a poem to go on there. So quite a lot of maps in this case. This reminds me of a line from last year's World Championship.
What's worse than one map on an XL Esports Challenge?
I don't know.
Two maps. What's worse than two maps?
3.
Yeah, each getting more sadistic than the last.
So let's give this a try. I'm going to try to solve it. I'm going to try to talk my way through, and let's see how long it will take me to do a solve of this case, this first case. Without any further ado, let's go. For each cell given, what is the corresponding line from the Scroll of Protection sheet? So we have line numbers. Okay. So what I'm going to do, whoa, I don't know what happened there. So what I'm going to do is let me just start with the row numbers. So mid, that should give me a row number. And then can I just index that? Beware the evil one, Lana Banana. Nice. All right, level 2. Merlin has many objects in his course, some mundane, some magical, and some just anachronistic. Help Merlin order his belongings in the Merlin's quarter. It's easier to do this manually, but can you do this programmatically? So what we need to do is find out, okay, what's in each cell. Okay. All right, so we're going to go to Merlin's quarters. Now, I am going to flatten out the map. So I'm going to do row, call, address, and contents. So these are the 4 formulas I usually use to flatten out the map. So, whoa, 2 call, right? We got to put those in the columns. Whoa! Come on, Ben. We're gonna put that into a column. There we go. All right, so there's the row. 2 call column. Then we can put these into addresses. And then we can 2 call the contents of this map. Now what I like to do is I don't like to see the 0. So if that is blank, leave it blank. There we go. And so what was the question? What is in the contents? All right, so we can XLOOKUP these addresses here, I believe. And return the contents. There we go. All right. Quest 3. I never voted for him. King Arthur is on a quest to visit all the people of Camelot. He can currently be found on cell AH27 of the East Camelot map. Okay, so there he is. He's the crown on the street. All right. King Arthur can move one cell at a time orthogonally, meaning up, down, left, and right. He cannot move diagonally. Additionally, he must always stay on the path. How many moves must he make to reach each of the target cells below? All right, so he can only stay on the path. Okay, all right. Zoom out a little bit here. And that's probably going to slow things down, but I'm getting an idea of the map. All right. Now, I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to go ahead and turn on iterative calculations. That really is the easiest way to... Oh, that's already on. Okay. Settle out with things with the map. Next, what I want to do is I want to find all of the cells with this road format. Oh, I gotta take out the word case. Find them all here. That should let me select all of these rows. All right. Oh, oops. Select all the rows. Okay, now I can put a formula in. So where am I? I'm at Z50. Where's Z50? It's right there. Why are some of these rows not selected? Let me try reselecting everything again. That's very interesting. These roads aren't selected. I wonder if they're a slightly different color. All right, well, let's just go with Z50. So we're going to do minimum of the 4 cells around it plus 1. Now I'm going to control enter to put that on all of the roads. I'm going to change this crown to a 0. Okay, now I'm going to take this, I'm going to apply it to all of these other cells here. So I'm going to do paste formula, paste formula, paste formula. I think there weren't really that many that were not selected. Then I'm gonna, okay, that one was filled. This one was not. Gotta check those edges. All right, I'm gonna take out, oh, these numbers are gonna affect, yep, that's affecting it. I'm gonna take out the numbers. I don't need the labels so much, so I can take those out. All right, is that calculating right? Is that just too small? Yes, it is. It's also a bigger font. Also very interesting. All right, then what is the font size for all these? Let me just fix all that. 18. So let me just set all these 18. Okay, now I can see all the numbers. They're a bit hard to see, but they are there. So now I'm going to do my flattening map against a row. Call address contents. So I'm going to keep this on my range. Okay, all right, there we go. But I don't need the well, that contents is the distance. All right, so let me just see. The first road would be T6. There's T6. All right, so I do get numbers there. All right, so now let's see if I do. Will that then get me distances for all of these? Yes, it does. All right. Quest 4, seek and ye shall find. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. Each creature in East Camelot yearns for something. For each of the creatures in the starting cells below, what is the minimum numbers of moves they must make to find the item they desire in the listed target cell? These creatures can move one cell at a time orthogonally. They cannot move diagonally. Movement is not blocked by other items, nor do you have to worry about the different terrains for this quest. Okay, so I don't actually need the map for this. What we need to do is we need to find the difference in the number of rows and the number of columns for each of these. So, what might be useful If I still have the column headings, nope, I took those out. That was smart. All right. Oops. Let's row column number 4. All right, so that's going to give me the full address. So I want left of the address, length of the address minus 1. So that will then get me the column. There we go. And I'm going to name this as camcol. How do we do that? Do I do that? Oh, I can do it here. Camcol. There we go. All right, so those are the columns. Keep that in mind. So start row, start call, end row, end call. Now the row numbers are going to be pretty easy, because you just take whatever from, oh no, it's not always the second, is it? Oh, right, because some of these have more than one letter. All right. So then there's a way to do this with indirect. It's already going pretty slow. I don't want to do it that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I'm going to split these out. Okay, and then we're going to filter them. Is that going to give me just the numbers? No, I need to change this is number to that times 1. And then I'm going to concat. And then I'm going to multiply that by 1. Multiplying it by 1 is turning it back into a number. So that's going to give me all of the starting rows here. I can do that the same for all the ending rows. I'm just going to have to change the references quite a few times. Probably should have put the rows next to each other. There we go. Alright, so that gets me all the rows. Now for the column, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take left of this. I'm just going to take len minus the len of the rows. Okay. I'm going to X match that against the camcol. Alright, so that should work well for this. Now to get the distance without the diagonals, all we need to do is sum up the differences between rows and columns. So we're going to sum the absolute distance between the two rows and the absolute distance between the two columns. If I do this right, this example should say 5. It does. And then I can easily get the rest. Awesome. There we go. Quest 5. I think I'm seeing double. Each creature in East Camelot yearns for something. For each of the creatures found in the starting cells below was a minimum number of moves they must make to find the item they desire. The desired items appear in more than one target cell, all listed below. We need the smallest number of moves to the closest target cell. Okay. So same thing, but we only need to get the smallest of... What on earth are you doing? How many is that? How many is that? 76. Oh boy. Okay. I have a feeling iterative is going to be needed for this. So I'm going to do one. So this is level 5. Okay. Alright. And... where did I get the... oh, I didn't copy that. Alright. I want to copy the example as well. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to change this to 12. Alright, there was 76 in the largest one. So first off, let's get start row, start call. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to filter that. That'll give me, oops, I don't need to do that yet. I need to concat them. so that gets me the starting row. And then the starting column is going to be that. We're going to X match that. That's cam call. Alright. Oh, we need to take this multiply by 1. Alright, so now I got the starting row and starting call. So, targets. Let's do that by row. There we go. Alright, and then we're going to do end row, end call. So end row is going to be that same formula there, but instead of F24, I'm going to change it. Can I do this? No. But I can probably do by row. I'm going to replace all of the F24 with X. Is that going to work? I need an in parentheses. That did not work. Okay, I can't do it. I know why I can't do that. So then I am just going to do 76 times. Instead of F24, it would be 27. End call. What was it? 76 times, I think I said? Yeah, 76 sounds right. Okay, and then this. So, I'm going to do the distance for 1, so that's going to be sum of the absolute, the difference in rows, and the difference in columns. And then I can also do if error, let's just do a large number. The reason why I want to do a large number is because I just need to take the minimum of those distances. That's going to take that. Now let me turn this into a workable data table. Oops. Oh, because it's not case. Oh no, because it's case 1. Yeah. There we go. Take those target cells out. Oh. Oh. Returning. Oh, it's not. No, it is G to H. Why is that not returning? Really? There's no way. There's no way. Of course there is a way. I wonder if you did that on purpose. There we go. Okay. Alright, so let's see if these all will come out to a possible distance. They do. Let's see if these distance line up. They do. Let me delete that data table. We'll move on to quest 6. He likes to move it. Interesting. A common theme in math-based Excel challenges is movement based on arrows. Each arrow represents a single movement. The movement can be orthogonal or diagonal. For each creature in the starting cells below, Okay, what is the name of the icon in the cell they finish in after their movement? Use the East Camelot map for the quest. Each of the creatures whose movement you are tracking are unique. The movements will not take them beyond the map, nor do you need to worry about terrain types for this quest. Okay, so we're still working on the East Camelot case, I believe. Yes. And... Alright, so what I want to do is let me just find the locations of these. I don't need to worry about some that come up multiple times because King Arthur was where? AH-27. I'm gonna just put that in there. I don't actually, yeah, go to AH-27. Actually, let me copy the King Arthur. Oh, okay. Well, I hope this is going to return. If it returns a number, then we could have a problem. King Arthur, copy that. Let me go to there. Paste his crown back in. Alright. So what we need to do is... Oh, okay. Right. So we need to do... Okay. So we need to do another cell and column thing again. Alright, or yeah, row and column. So I'm just going to do row and col. And I'm going to start with the same thing. Okay. Text. Oh, length goes inside. All right, then I'm going to filter that. I'm going to concat that. I know I don't need to concat it here, but in later ones I will. All right, so that gets me the row and then the column number. All right. Should I be worried about the direction? No. Okay. Now that I have those, I'm going to add the difference from the table. So plus X lookup, this movement arrow, and row is the vertical movement. Yes, that is. So that's the new row. And now we got to get the column movement, which is the horizontal movement. That should give me my new column. I know my new address is going to be this. Whoops. And then result is going to be there. I get nothing. Oh, it's not before. Oh. Wait a second. Starting cells in C3. They should go down to C4. Why does it say it moves down a single cell to D3? That's to the right. They should end in C4. I mean, I got my address wrong. Why do I have my address wrong? Let's see. Yeah, the column number shouldn't change. The column number should stay the same. Why is that changing? Hold on a second. So that should get me column 2. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. I need to add, whoops. I need to add A in there. And then can I make this a new chem call? No, I need to change. All right, so I need to remove the old chem call. Is that gonna, oops. Is that gonna affect a lot of the scores? Oh, yes, it will. Okay, so I'm gonna call this new chem call. And then back to case 1, I'm gonna rename this to new chem call. So now I get C4. Okay. So I think that this is actually correct. Because if I XLOOKUP this on the table, I'm going to get pufferfish. E. Oh. Okay. Then let's do this. Pufferfish. Right. Okay. Now I do get items for the rest. Okay, well, they line up. All right. Quest 7. Oh, I'm not going to get this in 30 minutes. What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? This quest uses a Battle for Camelot map. All right, a new map. The enemy has been spotted a short ride north of Camelot, hiding in the trees. Luckily, it is well known that monsters aren't the brightest and will run headfirst into a tree without a second thought. Nice. For each time a monster moves, they will move 1 square south. So from B2 to B3. Okay, you got south right this time. For the monster in each of the starting cell, how many times can they safely move without hitting a tree? No monster will start in the same cell as a tree, and all monsters here will hit a tree. If a monster starts 1 cell north of a tree, the answer will be 0. Okay. Gotcha. So, here's what I want to do. I want to get from V6 to V51. Alright, so row call. I'm going to do the same thing again. You've seen me do it a number of times. Now you know how to do it. If I can just stop typing things wrong. Now, I'm not going to do the column number. I'm going to do the column name. I'm going to see where I'm at. Okay, so now I'm going to do... I know I said I didn't want to do indirects before, but this is going to be the easiest way for me to do it. Battle for Camelot. And... so what I want to do is I want to do V6 to V51. That did work. And I'm going to drop the first one. I'm going to X match a tree. So that's a tree there, right? I drop the... okay, tree 3. Wait a second. Yeah, no, I don't need it. So if I leave... oh, okay, so that gets me... so I actually need to drop 2. Because the first one is the monster. This is the okay, yeah, that makes sense. Now I'm going to X match a tree with that. So I'm going to X match... tree in there. That should get me 2. Yes. And then if I do that all right, NA, is there what to do with there's no answer? All monsters will hit a tree. Well, crap. All right. I-10. Let's take a look at I-10. Battle for Camelot. I-10. He hits a tree right ahead. Okay. So actually what I probably should do is let me just change this to drop 1. X match that minus 1. This one's still coming up with 0. Oh yeah, the answer will be 0. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. Those all line up. Very good, very good. All right, now take the indirects out. Let's move up to the bonuses. Side quest 1. How many animals are on the East Camelot map? Count all the icons on it that are marked as animal in the map icon key. Okay, so then let me just do count on the map for each icon. There we go. I'm going to do sum ifs. Sum this where this is not that column. Animals. There we go. Which animal appears in the starting cell in 2 different games in Quest 5? Okay, so Quest 5. Oh, no, that's 4. That's 5. Okay, so let me see which animal is here. Actually, you know what? Let me just add a new column for that. So those are all going to turn up blank. Let me add a column for name. If now if I go back to the case, those should come up. Any of them come up twice? Probably. Okay. Dragon. That's lovely. Alright. Dragon for this one. In East Camelot, how many cells would Poseidon have to travel to reach the Kraken? The Posiden can move diagonally as well as horizontally, but can only move through the water. Alright. Where's Poseidon? Where's the dragon? There's Poseidon. That's not the dragon. Is that the dragon? No. Dragon is an L48. Eh? There must be another dragon. Right? Kraken. Wrong beast. Kraken. Kraken is in C3. Poseidon is there. Alright, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Let's see if 25 is the answer. I hope so. Yes, it is. If the B and cell O28 of these Camelot follows all directions from quest 6 in the order they appear, excluding the example, what does it land on? Name the type, the name of the icon. Note these movements will not take you outside the confines of any point of the journey if the order is preserved. Alright, so we gotta start from O28 and find out where we end for quest 6. So we gotta take these movements here. I'm just gonna add a new sheet for bonus 3. O20. O26. So that's cell, arrow. Actually, you know what? What I need to do is I need to. I think I know what I can do here. If I do this, and I XLOOKUP all of them, I have to change these to column and row, but that's fine. Okay. So that's, yeah, that can be a row then. This will be L, which will be column. Alright, so one row down, one row up, yes. So we'll talk about a total of one row down, 2 columns to the right. So we're starting with O28. One row down to the right, we get a butterfly. Is a butterfly the answer? I'm going to type butterfly. Butterfly is the answer. Alright, the full instructions on this. Oh my goodness. The full instructions for this bonus can be found on the Beware the Dark One tab. Ignore sensing the Dark One for this case. Your final answer should be the total number of movements the Dark One needs to make across the 3 main maps to reach her food. There are a number of hints in the case in the workbook as to the Dark One's identity. She is a creature feared by many. You will not need these, although they may reveal. Okay, so I know it. I think I know it's Lana Banana. Instead, check each of for an icon that isn't listed on any of the icon keys. Borla, she's a master to see, and a visual inspection enough will not be enough to find her. Okay, so first it tells me she's a monkey. Let me get the monkey. Monkey. I bet you they use this one. Let's see if they use this one. Find within the workbook. I found a few monkeys. Okay, okay. Now, what was the question? Total number of movements the Dark One needs to make across each of the 3 main maps to reach her food. Okay. Now, can the monkey move in all directions? Interestingly, does it say here? She can move into any non-water, non-wall cell without worrying about the contents. Okay. All right. Let's go here. Here's the monkey. Where's the banana? There's going to be a banana here somewhere, isn't there? There's the banana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, so it's going to be 14 plus oh, this is, I should not be looking at this manually. I should just be finding the banana. All right, AK-21, I need to remember that. Actually, you know what? Let's just try this. Banana. Where's the banana here? Okay, yep, I found the banana there. Where's the banana here? Actually, I just realized that there's probably an easier way to do it. Oh, wait. Are there 2 bananas? No. Food of the Dark One on the table. Very nice. All right, where's the banana? The banana's there. Okay, so that's AP-49. Let me just copy that. Copy that. So we're looking to AP-49. We're looking from AK-21. Okay. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 28. So it's going to be 14 plus 28. Now we got to get the monkey in the last one. So Battle for Camelot. Where's the monkey? The monkey is in AK. No? Okay. No, I want to find it here. Okay, the monkey is in H24. So at the top of that bridge. Where's the banana? Okay, there's the banana. So I gotta go from H24 to there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 35. All right. Oh. Oh. You did not like that. 34. It is 34. There we go. All right. That was fun. Now, let me just go back and review. How did I know that it was Lana Banana? Because we saw here, it says, beware the evil one, Lana Banana. For those of you who have experience in solving esports cases, Lana Banana is a very familiar monkey that tends to keep popping up. Now, since I knew this was Lana Banana, typically they use the same emoji. So I just type in monkey there and a monkey emoji will appear. Then I just simply went here and looked for the emoji across all of the worksheets. Oops. Oh yeah, within workbook. Oh, so she only shows up in these 3 maps. Very interesting. And there you so sometimes you'll see this came up twice. Basically, it came up once on the map, once on my table. So it actually does come up here as well. East Camelot, I have a table as well. That's where she came up on the table. Battle for Camelot, I didn't have to flatten the map. So she did not come up on this Battle for Camelot map. Well, she did come up. She didn't come up twice. She didn't come up on the table there. And so that's how we did it. And that is how we solve case 1. I hope I got only 1,090 points. I hope there's only 1,090 points. But a really fun case, a really good one to try if you want to practice dealing with maps. This goes through quite a few. You've got handling distance. Well, you got distance orthogonally. You probably could have covered distance diagonally, but you probably saw, especially when I got to the bonuses, I just counted the cells myself. And that works just as well. Now, if I had to go through an entire level where I would have had to count cells only being able to traverse certain terrain, then I probably would have done a distance formula like I did on this East Camelot map on the path, but I would have covered probably just the water. So this blue color with it. I don't know if it was intentional that some of these cells, it looks like maybe the color is the same, but maybe the font size was different. And so that's maybe why some of them did not get selected when I did the distance path on the roads. But you know what? No worries. It was a fun case nonetheless. Thank you, Elliot, for such a very fun written case. I look forward to taking on the second one shortly. If you want to watch me take on that second one, be sure to give me a subscribe, hit that like button on the way, and I look forward to seeing you for the next video.
It's the XL World Championship. Who is going to win? It's the XL World Championship. Who's going in the spreadsheet bin?